What do you value in life? If you could have asked me this question beginning of last year, I could have told you friends, family, money. But now my 2021 is a bit advanced for me because the things that I value this year and the rest of my life are very different from what I was valuing. One would be love, integrity, patience, kindness, everything to do with myself. Hello, welcome back to WordSpace. My name is Mahinge and I'm so happy that you're here. If you're new, please like and subscribe. Today we are going to be talking about value. What is value? Value is something that you treasure so much, something that you'll do anything to have. What do you value in life? If you could have asked me this question beginning of last year, I could have told you friends, family, money. But now my 2021 is a bit advanced for me because the things that I value this year and the rest of my life are very different from what I was valuing. One would be love, integrity, patience, kindness, everything to do with myself. Because last year it happened that the end of last year I got kicked out by the family I was living with, and it was a time that I was having difficult time with my finances. I had just enrolled myself back to school and I was paying school fees, and it was the end of 2020, December. I felt like the devil had visited me. He had come with his relatives and everybody, even his villagers, because that is the worst time of my life. I was kicked out by the family I was living with. My relationship that I was engaged ended. Money I had was done. I was broke, and now people are showing me the door, and I had nowhere to go. I had no money saved. I had nothing. All I had were my education, and I could not quit because actually I'm graduating this year. So if I quit that year, I could have just had 2 semesters remaining, and I could have wasted my money for all the years that I've studied. When I moved out, I was very depressed. I had not lived by myself for long, and I was wondering how this is going to work out. But my sister, who means the world to me, was always there for me. She was always calling, asking me how I'm doing, how is everything, what are you up to. But I always ignored the conversation that I'm not okay. I always told her I'm okay for her not to worry. And she would wonder what I'm doing, because sometimes I would not answer her text and she's like, are you ignoring me? Did you find another sister for yourself? And I couldn't face her and tell her, you know what, I'm depressed. So when I stayed there, I was depressed. So on my way, I would just wake up and head to the shop and buy something to eat. So every time I got out of the door, I would see my neighbor who was always out there, sun basking there, and she was always smiling, and she would say hi with a very big smile. Every day she would say hi. And then I got so depressed that I couldn't leave the house for like a week, and I wasn't doing anything. I was just eating whatever it is that I had bought. And she decided to knock on my door, and knocked, and I opened the door, and she was like, oh, I haven't seen you, Kube, you're in. I haven't seen you for a while. And I was like, I was just sitting. And she barged in and got into the house. And she was like, how do you live like this? The house is dark. The house is neat, but it's dark. And she's wondering, how do you live in the dark? And the sun is out. Why don't you? It was just 11 a.m. It was just 11 a.m. and I was just there, and she told me, you know what, come with me. I was like, no. She told me, no, come with me and see how my house looks like. So she takes me to her house. She only has a mattress and a gas cooker and 2 sufurias. And I was like, where does all the music come from? I always hear you playing music. She said, my phone. I don't have anything. If I come to your house, I've seen you have everything that I want, but you're not happy. seem like you're not okay. For me, I have nothing, but I'm always happy. And I asked her, why is this? And she told me, I valued myself. I was like you. I know you look like you kicked out. You don't look like you're so happy to be by yourself. Because someone who moved by themselves, they always maybe partying, hanging out with friends. But for you, and I told her, yeah, I was kicked out, but it was just bad. And she told me, you know what? I think you have everything, but you're valuing the wrong things. And I asked her, what do you mean? And she told me, you know, you valued your family, but they kicked you out, right? You valued a relationship until it ended. You valued friends, but now when you need them, they're not there. And I told her, yeah. She told me, no, that's the problem. Love yourself first. When you love yourself first, you will value the right things. You value honesty, you value kindness, everything that has to do with you. Love yourself, you're going to attract the right kind of people, the right kind of things, the right kind of opportunities. Even Jesus, as the Son of God, was not loved by everyone. He resurrected people, healed the sick, but not everyone who loved him. Because in this world, not everyone will be for you. Not all the jobs will be for you. Not everything will not be for you. The right things that align with what you value are the things that will be right for you. And I did not realize this until I had to sit down and write what I want to believe in. I write things that align with myself, what I'm comfortable with, what I'm not comfortable with. That's why I came out with a list of people that have been in my life all my life, people who have been there for me, like my sister, who has always pushed me to go back to school, to advance myself. I was always angry with my sister sometimes because I felt she pushed me so much, but now I'm realizing she was doing the best thing. I would never want her to stop pushing me. I would never want her to stop doing all these things she does that it's just too much. She'll call you 100 times and ask you, have you enrolled back to school? When are you going back to school? When are you doing things? When are you doing that? And I'm so happy that she's in my life. Those are the top list of people that I want to have for the rest of my life, because they're for me. They're not there to bring me down. They're not there to make me feel like I'm not worth anything. They're just there to take a long journey with me in my next chapter of life. When you start valuing yourself, everything falls into place. Now I'm so happy. Last year I didn't want to live. I was just wondering, what am I doing in this world? But now I want to live longer. I want to see my great-grandchildren. I want to see the world. I want to see everything. I want to experience life, you know? And it's a happy and good feeling that I get every time I realize how much progress I've made since I started valuing the right things. I wouldn't change that for anything, and I'm so happy. And that gives me a chance to ask, what do you people value now? Or what were you valuing later or earlier? And that leaves me to ask, what were you valuing earlier? What are you valuing now? What changed? What did you do? Who made you feel that you need to change your life? Because right now I feel if I didn't meet this lady, I could have not changed my life. I could still be whining where I was. By now I've changed my life. I feel everything is falling into place, and it's a good feeling. Talk to me. What do you value? What do you value, people? What are you doing? What is it that you believe in? Let me hear your comments. I am waiting for your comments. Please like, subscribe, comment, talk to your friends, share this. Maybe there's someone going through what I went through and they might want to listen to this and get to understand what they value in life. If you're in recovery or valuing yourself, talk to us, tell us how it's like. And until we see each other next time, bye guys.